FigJam is a digital whiteboard that is collaborative. This means you can get all your students into one place so they can share their ideas. FigJam has sticky notes that students can use to add what they're thinking about a topic. Now, what you might want to do is to create a section per student. So I'm going to go ahead and select on this section that I have named Student 1, and I'm going to Control Deduplicate, and you can see that I can create a section per student. That makes it really convenient, give each student their own space. But before I share this with students, there's something I'm going to want to do. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do to ensure that you have access to all of the features of FigJam is to take it out of draft. You'll see that this FigJam that I created says drafts, and I'm going to want to click on this little triangle next to the document title so I can choose Move to Projects. I'm going to move it to a project folder. I'm going to share and move. So now that it's in a project folder, it is saved and it has now unlocked all the features. You might notice that some of the features are not present if you haven't put it in a project folder. Now, I've created a really simple template here, but probably you've put a lot of time and effort to design a more complex activity for you to do with your students. And you probably don't want to start all over again when you do it with another class or for next year. So you're going to want to use version history. Now, where you're going to find version history is up in the menu. So you'll see the Figma icon up in the upper left, and it says main menu. So when you choose that main menu, under File, you're going to see Save to Version History. Save to Version History, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to name it Template. Now, where you're going to find your versions is up at the top. Now, notice where it has the title of the document. There is a tiny triangle that you can click on, and you can choose Show Version History. So I'm going to select that. You can see it here in the sidebar that you can see the different versions. Now, don't fret, versions are automatically saved. So if I go into this other file that I've been working on earlier, and I use the little arrow next to the title, and I choose Show Version History, I have not manually saved any of the versions in here, but when I choose Show Version History, you can see that I have multiple auto-saved versions, and it shows me who my collaborators were. So that makes it really helpful. Perhaps while you're in the middle of collaborating, or when you're done collaborating, you need to roll your template back to the way it was before it was drawn on and sticky noted. So what you're going to do is come up to the very top, and you're going to find the document title where you can click on the tiny triangle to drop down to choose Show Version History. That's going to open up a sidebar where you can see all of those versions. Now remember, we named a version Template, so I know it's what it looks like before I had collaborators on it. I'm going to go ahead and click on that in the version history, and you'll see that it has these 3 dots for more options. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots, and it's going to allow me to choose Restore this version.